Today I will show you how you can shoot an epic hyperlapse with your smartphone in under 3 minutes. What we need for this is any kind of smartphone. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S23 Utra right now. This will also work with any iPhone and basically with any smartphone. And something that I would also recommend that you use is a gimbal of some sort. It doesn't matter what kind of gimbal that you're using. If you want to know the entire setup that I'm using, I have linked it down below. So when it comes to the settings, I'm currently in the video mode. I'll just switch over to the hyperlapse mode. In case you're using an iPhone, then you don't have a hyperlapse mode, but just go into the time-lapse mode. That's basically it. What I also like to do is I go to the ultra wide angle lens. So now that we just have a much wider view, then we'll just turn around. And then what I like to do is I like to frame my shot just as I like it. So I want the church right directly in the center of the frame. Then I will lock the focus and the exposure. You can do that by long pressing on the screen. And the last thing that you want to change is on the gimbal itself, just tap on the mode button and then go into the locked mode. So now it doesn't matter what I'm doing, the gimbal is always staying in the same position. And since we have also locked the focus and the exposure, there will also not be a change there. That's basically it when it comes to the settings. Now all you gotta do is try to walk in a straight line as good as somehow possible. But that's basically it. So when you're doing these kinds of hyperlapses, then try to walk a bit slower than you usually would, and also try to really walk in a straight line as good as somehow possible. If you are in a busy street like I'm right now, then sometimes it's a bit difficult, but try your best. Alright, so welcome to the Smartphone Filmmaking Pro Studio. Now I will show you how you can edit the video that we just shot, the hyperlapse, right directly on your smartphone. It works on Android phones, but also on iPhones, of course. And of course, you could also do it on your computer, and then you would have more opportunities and more possibilities to tweak the image. But there is actually a super easy, nice, and fast way on how you can do it directly on your smartphone. But before I will show you how it works, make sure to hit that subscribe button in case you're not subscribed already. Apparently almost 90% of all people watching these videos are not subscribed, and it's helping more than you know. So thank you very much. But now let's get started. The app that I'm using for this tutorial is called CapCut. Basically just tap on new project and then just select the hyperlapse that you want. And in my case, it's this clip. And as you can see, it's looking pretty lame, pretty slow, not perfect. So just let's add that. And then we have it inside of the timeline. And now basically you have a couple of different options. The easiest way would just be to select the clip, then go over to speed to normal, and then just make it, I don't know, 9x, something like this. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, something like this. This would of course work. That's fine, you can do that, no problem at all. But what I think is even a bit cooler than that is to add sort of a speed ramp to the hyperlapse. And the way and how this works is also very simple. Again, just select the clip, again go into speed, and then instead of the normal curve, let's go into the curve. And then you basically have a bunch of different presets that you can use. You can just tap on them and then you will see like how it looks. But we want to go to custom because I want to customize it. And the goal for me is to hide those sections of the hyperlapse that are not absolutely perfect. So for me, this is the beginning and the end. So what I will do is I'll just speed up the beginning and then also the end. And as you can see, if we play it back now, it starts very fast and it slows down. We can slow that even a bit further down. Yeah, something like this. At the bottom here, you can see you have an option where it says make it smoother. You can see faster process or better quality. I always like better quality. So now it just takes a bit longer, but that's totally fine. And then we will just, accept that. And now you can see it's in the background, it's applying the smooth motion. So now if we play it back, you can see it already looks much smoother, but CapCut does have a very cool feature in how you can make it look even smoother. And the way and how this works is again, just select the clip. And then here at the bottom, scroll over until you can find motion blur, and then you can dial in the settings. What I like to do is I like to add lots of motion blur and lots of blending. And yeah, let's try out these settings. You can tweak them afterwards, but again, just accept that. Then it just takes a couple of seconds depending on the phone you have, depending on the clip length and so on. All right, now it says motion blur is applied. And now if we play it back, you can see this is just much smoother. It has much more of that wow effect. And yeah, it's basically super simple. It only took us like 2 minutes to do that. And yeah, you can do that as well. If you want to make it even more perfect than it is right now, of course you could do that inside of After Effects, so you have much more tools and there it will work way better. But I think considering this only took us like a couple of minutes to make this result is absolutely stunning. In case you would like to learn more about filming with your smartphone, well then click the first link below that like button. That will bring you to our totally free masterclass where I'm sharing the top 5 secrets to making cinematic videos just using your smartphone. It's totally free. We've had over 100,000 people go through this training, so definitely make sure to check it out.